Hey y'all, it's Melissa at MessyMissy Creates. I'm gonna be back in my journal today. My intention was to do these 2 pages without you and then come in and fill in the next couple of days, but I didn't get that done, so I had a choice. I could sit here and do it on my own or make a video, and I didn't have time to do both, so I chose to just turn the camera on and bring you along with me. So wherever we start, we start. I'm still looking for one thing that I can't find, but it's okay. So Friday, as I already said, was a fairly boring day. And part of me says skip it and just do it later. And the other part of me says do it and get it over with. So we may do it and get it over with. And then move on. Let's see, hold on. Trying to get my little basket of goodies right here ready where I can reach them. Yeah, this one shouldn't take long at all because there was like nothing, not nothing. I did stuff. It was 24 hours in a day. Can't find a glue paper, so let me get a new one. Okay. I needed a new one anyway. Those other ones were super gluey. So, let's at least get the day and date on here, and I think this one should only take a few minutes. So, we'll just do it. And then my intention today being Thursday, my intention for today was to make my, I have a choice. Let's see. Let's put him over here this time. Because we have scrapbook paper, which means we have smaller pages, which is fine because I have less to put on them. So, this was, I believe, Friday the 23rd. Yeah. This was the day after I had a procedure. I had the endoscopy on this day. We did that one together last time, I think. According to Brooke, it was National Pie Day. I did not eat any pie, but I would have gladly. However, I was still very sleepy for my procedure. My procedure was in the afternoon, so I guess it kind of hung over until about noon the next day. Because I got up in the morning and then fell back asleep. And it was so funny. I was watching YouTube videos and I just kept nodding off. And, anyway, I would be on a journal video, and then next thing I know, there'd be a planner video, and then I'd fall back asleep, and the next thing I know, it'd be a gardening video, and anyway, so my, YouTube algorithm is all over the place right now, so, anyway, but I did wake up long enough to have a brief chat with Kari. I may make that a tag and a tag topper. Or, well, I can have both. You can have both. I can use this like just as a journaling spot. Or I can make a tag out of it. Making a tag out of it hides my little snowman. Oh, and I need the crayon. Yep, can't forget the crayons. So maybe I need one of the crayon tags or something that is a crayon product. So that would be this pocket. I could use this paper. This is a copy. This is the original. This could be cut down to be used as a tag. And what else? I have some extra stuff down in there. So let's see. Let's cut. This has some pink in it, so let's cut this down. And we'll just make a tag, and then I may put the tag over here. I know that sounds backwards. Let me cut the tag first, because I think it's going to end up being a 4x6 tag. Actually, it might not be. Let me see how long this paper is. 9. So I can have How did that one get to be? Oh, no. Did I not cut that one the same way I cut the other one? I guess not. So this will be a 4.5 inch tag, I guess. Unless I want a little strip left over. Because if I do 2 4-inch tags, that leaves me an inch strip, which I can make tabs out of it. That would be okay. I'm getting down to the wire where we're not going to need quite as many. Yeah, so I'll just do 4, and then this is either a 5-inch tag, yeah, or a 4-inch tag and an end strip that we could use to make a border or whatever. I don't know how that got off. I'm wondering if that one's 6 inches. I must have cut that one funny, because it's a little taller than 6 inches, too. So, okay. I thought I cut them all the same, but I did not, apparently. That is almost going to cover that over there. So let's do this. That is stiff paper and it's curled. So let's make this a little tuck. Make that a little tag. And then I can still use Kari as the tag topper. And then I'll put my little sore throat over here. Over here I could put one of my smaller snowman journaling spots, or I could use a snowflake. I have a feeling, sorry I'm reaching. I have a feeling that I'm going to need, that blue doesn't match that blue. Eek, but that's okay. I have a feeling that I'm going to need the snowflakes on, it started getting really cold that Sunday. So what did I decide to do? Put the pocket over here? I think so. Or the tuck. It's not a pocket. So for the tuck, I'm going here and then across the bottom. I may cut these legs off. We don't need the legs. And I shouldn't have even cut them out to begin with. So we're just going to have a flat bottom chair. Well, it already looks like it's raised a little bit right there. So it just makes for making a pocket or whatever easier. But it's a tuck, so I'm only going to do glue two sides. So we're going to put it right in this corner. And then this will be our crayon element. And I'm going to close back up my glitter glue, art glitter glue. And although I may use it on there. Okay, so that can go there and that can go there. I really need that to curl back the other way. I want to let that glue dry though. But I'm either going, yeah, I think I am going to use that as a topper. That looks cute. So, okay, I wasn't done with art glitter glue. Because when you're gluing half of something, yes, I could use glue stick on this. But it's easier placement with the fine tip nozzle. So it's easier to, and I'm holding it up to the light so I can see where the glue is. There we go. And, well, let's at least try to center it. Okay, you can see the glue through the paper though. A little bit, but that's okay. So we tied in the pink there, and not that that matters, but it matters to me. So I think from here out we can use glue stick. And I'm going to go ahead and leave this one over here. I don't have that much to write about. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I have one of the blue. I have a teal. I was hoping I had one of the blue snowflake. The dark blue snowflake would have matched this page a lot better. But look what matches this page. This is another printable from Brooke. And she looks snowy-ish. And she's very pretty. So maybe we just put her on there because she's pretty. And I can put that right there. Because my throat was still hurting. They had done, you know, the endoscopy, which was a tube down your throat, and then dilated my esophagus, right? So that made my throat sore. And anyway, so, and I think that was it. And then I kind of laid back down and napped a little more. after she and I chatted. So, just to make the page pretty, let's use Brooke's thing. And I don't even have to have, because if I had the blue snowflake, I would put it right here. I guess the teal one, I can use the teal one. There's nothing that says I can't. I'm just sure wishing I had a blue one. I should have thought about that when I was printing out my stuff, I guess. But I thought I had a bunch of them already printed out somewhere. But perhaps I did. Oh, I don't know where I think I'm going with that. I need that. Need that out. Yeah, so that page was supposed to be quick, but guess what? Is anything with me ever quick? I mean, it's fairly quick, but I'm not going to put that there. I'm just going to let the paper do its thing and be pretty. And I can write on the back of the tag. And if I need another tag, I'll put it in there. Nope, I'm not using art glitter glue. That was not what I meant to reach for. I meant to reach for my glue stick. Let me put that there. I know it's across, and I don't want to have to reach across you. But, this was in, one of, Brooke's free printables on her Facebook page. This and the National Pie Day. Very sad that I didn't have pie. But I'm really not sure. Now, I probably, if it had ice cream, if it was a la mode, I probably could have managed to get it down, right? I mean, anything with ice cream's easier to eat, right? And then I'll just put this right here. I don't want to cover up all that crayon, but I'll just kind of overlap it like that. Okay, see, that page is done. Ta-da! Ooh, okay, thought it would take me less time than that, but I dug for stuff, so we went impromptu, and I did think about going back and being fancy and adding. I have this snowflake punch a border punch that I haven't used yet. And I also have a small snowflake punch that I haven't used yet. And I have a big snowflake punch I haven't used yet. And I have snowflakes that I've drawn that apparently I don't have in blue. But since these were shorter pages, they would have made for good border pages. But anyway, let's carry on. Okay, so I think this is one of Elizabeth's TVs. But I think I changed my mind on this. Saturday and Sunday, I just found this on, I just Googled free man and woman watching TV on a couch. You know what I mean? And this is what I came up with. And then, I think I need that printer too for that day and the journal. No, this is Saturday. Yeah. I printed. And then I need one of the journals. Let me see. One's bigger than others. This is Lydia's journal. I have my journals too that I drew. Let me see which one I'm going to use. I need to draw a printer apparently. Because I use that one quite often. And the reason why I do that is because anything that takes up time in my day... we have a choo-choo train coming. Anything that takes up time in my day, I like to document, if I can. And so, sometimes printing out, all your images, or at least for me anyway, I print a lot of images. I don't always have a lot of pictures. Like these couple of days, I didn't take a picture of us sitting there watching TV. I mean, I guess I could have, but I didn't. There we go. So, and I printed that big just in case I needed a pocket. I butchered that one a little bit on the corner. So, oh, washi. Okay, this one I'm going to use the sparkly washi. So we haven't used this in a while, except, yeah, I can put the pocket in here, or I can put it over here. So I'm going to use this washi, and we're going to put it on this page, because it's not a teal page, it's a blue page. The teal pages, the washi doesn't stand out as much. The teal dyed pages, like that one. Well, anyway, you get my drift. But it does on the blue pages. So the bluish kind of, it's denim. It's called denim dye. It's Rit denim dye. And there we go. All right. We didn't finish that up, but we're going to probably by the end of February. And then I have some pink over here ready for February. Pink glittery. And it's not that I dislike it. I like it. It's just that it doesn't fit in my washi bucket very well. Okay. My journal fell upside down for some reason. I don't know if I just got... Whoa, would you look at that slant? You know. Let's put these up here. I know those are going there, so let's go ahead. Well, I mean, I say that. They could go over here. There's nothing wrong with that. And I don't know that I need a pocket. I could have cut out around the couch. But again, I need a crayon. And I might do that down here. I wish... doesn't butt up against that washi as well as it does the... Well, I don't have to put it there. I can put it here. And then... Or I can put it... Come here. I can put it up top here. Fits in that little corner. And then the little snowman and the Saturday can go there. And then that's if I want this to be a pocket. Right? So, what we did was we were lazy. And we, all weekend, my husband didn't feel well. He didn't end up having anything contagious because I would have caught it if he did. And I didn't, so he didn't. He did eventually go to the doctor. He was running a fever and had a headache, and that was his only symptoms. And so, you know, he took all the little at-home tests. And so, wow, that's really, really crooked. Or sloped, I guess, is the right word. Oh, I just shortened my pocket, though. If it is a pocket. Of course, I could make this not a pocket and just put it up here. And then I did some of this. I don't like it up there. I don't think. That would be my crayon. We had chicken tacos for dinner. I like that. I did do a video. I think that's the day I did 4 pages, so that was pretty good. And I don't like that. So, guess what? Let me see. Unless I'm going to use it as a pocket. But then I don't really need to. I have so many pockets, y'all. I mean, I still have like paper like that. And I have that. I don't really need this. What I was thinking is if I cut around this and the TV, I was going to use this TV and just represent that we watched TV. That's Elizabeth's, right? But it didn't show us watching TV. So I'm almost thinking... I liked it when I had the background of the man and the woman sitting on the couch. And they were like, I could face the TV. But I guess I should have looked for something like that. That I just looked up on an ad somewhere. So, but I think this just has too much white space is my problem with it. I mean, it's got pictures or windows and a bookshelf, and I don't need all that. So let's do some cutting on this and see if we're gonna like it. And then I'll keep the TV in there the first round, And then we're going to see how we like it without the TV. And then we might use Elizabeth's TV after all. So I like that better. So that tells me it was the white space that bothered me. So, and it's flat, so it feels like it should go on the bottom, right? And I guess it doesn't really matter. It was in the morning is what I was trying to convey. So, if I put that nut over here and then this right here, that would look like we spent the morning. And then I could put washi to ground it or something like that. Does it matter? It apparently does. That's the problem. It apparently matters to me. So, here is a generic washi. It's just white with gray grid, and it looks like a floor. So, I could put that, like, just divide the page if I really wanted to do that. But anyway, we just sat there we had a lazy morning. We had a lazy day. You know what? We watched TV all day. I ain't gonna lie. Well, he did. I eventually came in the craft room and did something because I'm like, I can't just sit here all day. So, okay. So, scratch all that. And then I'm going to glue this on first because I know I want it up here. And it's the biggest element. So, I'm trying to get this third day in here. And this is just day 2. So, I'm trying to get another page done in addition to this. Because I need to be... there's a couple other things I need to be doing and want to be doing. But I got so stuck, y'all. I mean, yeah, I think those are going to go over there. They look good here too. But I don't really have anything else that I want to put up in that top corner. So I think I'm going to let that one stay up there. And... trying to use the smaller glue stick on these little snowman arms and stuff so they don't waste so much glue. But anyway, let's see, there we go. And but I was intending on making a video this morning. And I was intending on making my February journal this morning. But I got hung up on some details. And, yeah, it just... I'm overthinking things. And I am... just looking through my stash, making sure I find what I want, you know, whatever. I'm trying to use what I have instead of... printing more papers at this point. One, because of Allison's item of the month challenge, which is the crayon for January. But for February, it is paper pad. And I was trying really hard to find, because I think she had said something about, you know, the spirit in which it was intended for her purposes, at least, was to smash a paper pad. And, or to make the journal and use like one whole paper pad to make the journal. Well, guess which paper pad season I don't have, or holiday I don't have a paper pad for? Valentine's. And I did not get one when I went to Michael's last time, remember? So I was kind of regretting that. And I'm like, no, because I have plenty of Valentine paper. But, and then I was kind of involved in drawing my own and, you know, doing the things and whatever. And so, yeah, and then I realized it was 12:30 and I had to get ready to go to an appointment. So I'm like, well, I just ran myself right out of time and didn't get anything done. I'm like, well, I could have at least done a journal with me video this morning, but, so then I tried to real quickly get the stuff ready for the journal with me video before I left, so that right when I came back, because I was supposed to have Spanish class, well, starting here pretty soon, but I ended up just telling her I wasn't coming, and so be it. So that's my story, and I'm kind of sad about it. Okay, this was me writing in my planner. So I can go right here. And over a little bit, so I don't, or I can go up in this, no. I kind of liked it down here. Okay, kind of overlap those. And we had chicken tacos for dinner, or chicken burritos, whatever. And then let me see what else I'm missing. Oh no, I did laundry, and oh dear. Well, I put lazy day, but yet, oh, good. No. I'm on the wrong day. Okay, thank goodness. I had lazy day. He's still sick, not feeling good. I worked on printables, which I can't find my little, you know, the little iPad. Here's one right here. Ta-da, it just presented itself. I worked on those while we were watching TV. And then, my February printables. And, I think I finished them the next day and listed them. But I was working on them this day, and I think the other thing that I was doing was drawing. I was just playing. And that's when I drew this background that I showed you already. This one that I asked you if you would be interested in. I also did a pink and red one. I'm not sure it's in here, but if it is, I'll show it to you. But, so I was working on that in the morning while we were watching TV, and then I came in the craft, let's see, worked on printables. I did a journal with me. I printed and prepped for journaling, and then did the video. So, and then I caught up, or I was writing in my planner, and we had tacos for dinner, and I'll put that down here. And then what else? Prep for journaling. What else was I going to glue down? Oh, yeah, the printer. Oh, yeah, I do. I was going to say I don't have my crayon element for this, but I do. It's right there. Right there. And yes, I cheated a little on that, but hey, you know what? It was made with crayon. So that fits there. Okay. I could have done like one of my little snowflakes and done a small journaling spot, or like my narrow January, not this one, but I could do like this one right here if I need to. Or just want to use it, because I haven't used many of them. My little January notepads. I still haven't fixed the February ones, but I'm going to, I promise. I might do it tonight while we watch TV. Oh, we went to the gym last night, y'all. That was a big, let me just trim this instead of trying to pull at that guy's head. Okay, because it fits perfectly right here. So there, I can use that. That makes me feel like I used my stuff. And filled up the page. I'm going to cover his head. There we go. Okay. And now is this going to lay back down? Sure it will. Okay. All right, so there we have that side done. That's pretty full. And then this is all glued down except for this, because I wanted to make sure that I had everything on the page, and I do. So, I have, there, I'm going to put it like that. He makes the best chicken tacos, or chicken fajitas, or burritos, or whatever you want to call them. and we love them. Okay, so where am I at on time? Oh, I'm doing great on time. So this one I will write on the back of that. That's good and dry now. And then I don't know that I could come back and pull up her head, but I could print a small blue snowflake if it really bothers me. But honestly, I went back and added one of my leads from the procedure. I went back and added that, and I have that snap right there. So trying to write right there is going to be difficult. But anyway, I actually like the way this laid out. And I think I have time to do this. And I'm going to do it in purple. I'm going to be a little different. Nope. Yeah. Yeah, I like that one. Okay. Be a little different, and I'm going to do purple. And let's see. I know this takes up time on the video, but I think it looks so much better with it drawn in there. Now, I could be doing this with crayon, but we've already experimented with that, right? And that's why I made these things, because I didn't like how the crayon or the colored pencil looked. They're just not as vibrant. Actually, this right here is not... this one is not as... I hate the word juicy. Well, not necessarily, but it just... I don't know why that one's... Well, you can't stop on me now. They don't shake. I don't know why I'm shaking it. I'm just trying to get the ink down to the tip. Let me, the ink, it's acrylic. This is an acrylic paint marker. And it just, this one just doesn't feel like it has as much juice in it. Or maybe it's just not as vibrant because it's on that dark background. I don't know. Anyway, it's fine. It's going to finish. I just was worried it was going to run out before I got done. Anyway, okay. So, because I had plenty when I started. But, alright. So that page is done. So with that page, this looks a little bland up here, but it was kind of a bland, although I do enjoy my chats with Kari. I was still so hungover from the anesthesia the day before. So, maybe I can go back and add some little funny meme or something like that. Okay. This, I wanted to do this day, and I think I have time to do it. Here again, I've got this printable. I don't know if I'm going to use it now, but I made breakfast, so we might flip this in right here, and I might back it with some paper I can write on. And then this was when the cold front was coming through that evening. So it started off, I put lazy day. I love it when I put lazy day and then I don't have enough room in my little space to write all the things I did. Laundry, I made breakfast. I made eggs and turkey sausage. And catching up on writing, probably in the plan or in the journal. I posted a planner reel to Instagram. He slept in. I make the coffee. Usually he gets up before I do and makes the coffee, and he's like my coffee fairy. We watched 3 episodes of In the Heat of the Night. And we did eventually go outside and prepped for the cold weather coming in. It was going from 73 that day to 26 that night. That is a drastic temperature difference. I mean, it's almost 50 degrees, right? I finished the February Printables, and I posted to Etsy and Instagram, and we had leftovers for dinner. So, anyway, that was the day. This I've already showed you. It was the scrapbooking timeline. I think it was that, yeah, okay. If it makes the page, it makes the page. If it doesn't, that's okay. I do need some washi here. I did get wrinkles. Let me find, I want something with blues because this has blue and I'm thinking this right here. Let's just make an easy decision and do it. In one of the last videos, I said something about I didn't do a good job of straightening this batch of washi. I don't know if any of y'all caught that, but I meant flattening out this batch of dyed paper. I thought I was being smart. I put it under a huge, we have a very large cutting board, and it's flat and it's heavy, right? And I stuck something on it to make it even heavier, and it's wider than the paper is when it's laid out. So I really thought that I had it should have been a better job of flattening out the paper, but I didn't leave it overnight. Maybe that was the difference, because this one definitely has a lot of wrinkles in it, but it's okay. It's all right. It gets a little hard to write right here when it's real wrinkled up, but okay, I know that I don't know that. Oh, it rained. It stormed. That was a storm. We got, okay, this was like, there's green, yellow, red, and then there's purple, which is mixed. I think that's sleet or ice. I don't know. And the pink is mixed, maybe, and the blue is snow. So we got, it stormed pretty bad here Sunday. So, let's try him up here and the storm cloud here, because it stormed right about late morning, midday. I'm just trying to think of how I want this. Maybe I'll do that like that. I'm gonna have this somewhere. So if I use this as a pocket, now for whatever reason, this doesn't bother me as bad on this paper. And I think because it has a whiter background. The other one had a bluer background. So maybe that's why it doesn't bother me as much right here. So anyway, and then, so I can have a pocket and I can have a tip-in. So I can have both. And I can also cut this down to right here, or I can leave all, this is kind of bent up, and I did a really, well, I was doing it in a hurry. I was going to say I did a fantastic job of cutting it out, but I was rescuing it as it was going in the trash can. Okay. So, and I was trying to cook at the same time. So I, cut me some slack, right? So I don't know if I want it tipped from here. Like, see how that's folded right there? If I just want that tipped in there, or if I want this tipped in here. Not sure, but I'd have to do the pocket first anyway. So let's do that. I do have a good bit to put on here, I think, don't I? Oh, I need, I just dropped stuff. I printed one of these little temperature gauges because this was the first night that it got, not the first night ever, or this season, but this was the first of many cold nights. And I have these icicle, oh wait, okay. I'm gonna say these are Brooke's icicles, and I'm gonna save that for the next day, I think. Yeah, because this is the night, we were anticipating it, right? We're getting ready for it. We pulled the chickens' waters out of the run after they went to bed, and put them back the next morning. Otherwise they would have frozen and cracked, or would have been frozen and they couldn't drink out of them, right? So we dumped them and then refilled them and took them out there in the morning. And they were in no hurry to come out of that coop that morning. Okay, so far I like that there. So far, I do not have a crayon element. I think I'm going to put this on this page. Oh, it matches that page so well. Look at that. That's perfect. Yes, okay. So, yes, I like the snowman here. It depends on what tag we use. So, let's look for a tag. Now, I need the crayon element, so we might use... This tag is not, I'm going to have to cut it down because it's too wide for this pocket. So, there's that inch that we were talking about a minute ago. And I'm going to take it right here. And then I can use this and punch out a border, or I can cut out a border. Or I can use that as a tab topper or something like that. So this can go in here, however, like that. So I need to glue this in. And then we have that. And I need to curl that under. Let me get this glued in so it can be drying, since I'm pretty sure I'm going to put it there. And what else? And then the tip end will go over the pocket. I am going to put it up against the corner, though, I think, or pretty close to the corner. Ooh, I missed an opportunity to use washi, though. I could use some thin washi. All right, let that dry. Let it dry, let it dry. And then I think this can still go up here because that tag won't, yeah, it's short enough. A little taller than my other tags, but, I mean, I used to make full-size page tags. So these are shorter than what I'm, you know, used to using. I could put that on there. I just thought that was funny, because they were doing the weather in terms of crafting. So I was like, yeah, I'm here for that. All right, let me get the snowman glued on. And then we have that side almost done. And then, and again, I could have done a border here. Let me see if I can scoop Mr. Snowman in a little bit. I still can do a border if I have time. So, I don't know how long y'all are here to hang out this time, but I was trying to at least get these 3 pages done. And then the next day is probably a little bit of a boring day. I might do that one without you. I don't think there's much on that. No, that's Tuesday. Yeah, not a whole lot happened that day. I made a plan with me video and whatever, so that's not that big of a deal. Okay, so I was going to do this like this, and this somewhere on the page, and then I did, I have an Etsy. I haven't cut it out yet. Let's see. I got them posted to Etsy. Recap my glue. And posted them. Yeah, I think I did a reel on Instagram. I'm trying to do a little bit better about that. I also, I think I did. Also on your Etsy listings, they like for you to have a, that one fits here and it matches there. Let me see. I think I want it connected to this though. Like a cluster. And then this we can just put right here. Because that doesn't have to be seen. That can be, do I want that there? Was I okay with that? I don't remember. It's good enough. It'll do. It'll do. It'll do. Oh, I probably should have used the small. Let me use the side of this glue stick to get these little side edges here. These little icicles dripping off of here. And it's going to get a little hidden, but that's okay. No biggie. Okay. And I like that up there so far. This is going to get backed with... Oh, don't avalanche, don't avalanche, don't avalanche. I've got an avalanche. Do I have my crayon? Yes, I do. I have it in my tag. Okay, so this one I want to back with this turquoise paper. This one got all kind of torn up. So I still don't know. I think I still want to cut that off. But by the time I washi, part of that's going to get, I don't know, doesn't matter. It is not earth-shattering, but I am going to go ahead and do it so that, I mean, I can always trim that off later if I don't want it on there, right? It would be harder to add it back than to trim it off. And that in itself would give me a little bit more writing room too. So, eek. That didn't sound good. There we go. Like that. And I'll just cut around it. Cut. Start here, I think. I don't think that corner got glued down very well. There, I think I made use of that corner fairly well. That it had so many tears in it. Some of these, when I did them, I put too many pages in at one time, and so they sit and soak too long. And so I think this one was the bottom page because it had that little bit of yellow dye on it too. That was left over from last time. Okay, let me see if I can smooth this out because it is a wrinkled mess. And I only mind because I'm going to be writing on it. And it's hard to write on wrinkles. Ooh, I just made more wrinkles. Okay. So let's get those wrinkles out. Hey, this is working pretty well. Oh, I just made some more. Hey, that did pretty well. Okay, good. Cool. Good deal, good deal. The right tools for the job help. And then that kind of went out. I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, I just destroyed this side of the page, didn't I? Okay. Let's try this one more time. I didn't like this placement. I was happy with that, but I wasn't super happy with this yet. I will get that way, but it just wasn't yet. Did I change? Oh, wait, look. Do I like that? It kind of makes it fun, at least to me, when I have my writing kind of divided a little bit. So, I think that's kind of fun. Let me make sure there's nothing else that I need to put on here. I can tip that in. That's ready to go. And then if I put that on there, I think that will work. I could put some of this over here if I needed to, but I don't have to. So, what else did I miss? Prep for weather coming in. I mean, I could have put a chicken coop on here, and because that's really all we prep. We don't have a garden to prep. I already put everything that went in the greenhouse a long time ago. And then all the hoses have already been disconnected, and he goes out to the building and outside and leaves water dripping everywhere and whatever. Finished February printer, posted that Etsy and Instagram. Yeah, I think that's it. So all I have to do is I'll glue this on. I need to, or want to make some kind of a tab topper for that. So let me get this glued on here. And then I'll glue it down a little ways. So that, I just thought that was so funny. I mean, putting it on the tag probably gave it more prominence than I intended it to. But, whereas I could have put this and the rain cloud on there. But it's okay. I like this over here. Let me scoot this my way a little bit so I can see without getting my head in your way. And I want to leave a little area around it. Come on, glue now. Come on. And then the little rain cloud. Rain cloud. It thundered, it lightning. I think it was Monday. Yeah, the next morning. The power was out. It went out about 3. And then, I mean, it came back on at like 7:30 or something like that. But, let's see. How do I want to do? I want to close that gap. Why are you recapping the glue? Let me see. Let me tip this in first. So, we're going to need clear tape. So, I have that. No problem. Not a problem. And I don't know if I'm thinking this may affect placement of that, but it shouldn't. Doesn't mean it won't, but something just tells me I need to tip this in first. Okay, and a little piece right there. Okay, and then the same over here. Get that. Try not to put too much on the grid paper because I can't write over this tape. I didn't pull off a very long piece of tape, did I? Okay, this one may get it. Get us to the end. Yeah, close enough. And I overlapped that, so I didn't intend on it. But anyway. Okay, so that's that. Oh, no. No, it's not that. That's not that at all. Oh, it's going to have to be that in a minute, though, because we got to hurry. We don't have to hurry. Are y'all going anywhere? If you're still here, you're probably still going to be here for a few more minutes. So, I have choices. I can use this polar bear again. It actually matches that paper this time. It didn't match where I put it last time. Or I could use these. Yeah, okay. Glad we had that talk. I have not used this one yet. And it's got snowflakes on it. Not that we had snow. But we definitely had ice. I think the polar bears would have looked cuter. But there we go. But that just adds some dark blue. Now over here, that's a different story. Hold on. We're going to change our mind. And we're going to do something in the teal family over here. Like, it's not a Friday, so I can't put Friday. That's a foul, right? If you put Friday and you didn't, and it wasn't Friday, or if you put ice cream and you didn't have ice cream. What are my options? Oh, I can put coffee cups because I made the coffee that day, remember? Which means I got first dibs at the coffee. Yep. But it meant I had to make the coffee and make my own coffee. Yes, I'm a little spoiled. Little bit. Just a little bit. There is a coffee fairy at my house. Find the good. Okay. I haven't used any of this sparkly tape anywhere. Any suggestions? I mean, obviously that piece has to be glued. That's kind of pretty on this shimmery tag right here, isn't it? Too bad it's not a ribbon. I have this purple. Ooh. There's purple over here. I don't know. Sometimes I'll go back and add stuff like that if, oh yeah, I did make a decision. Okay. I was like, but I didn't make a decision. I did. I promise I did. So we have that space to write on. We have the back of this tag. I still need a tag topper. And then now we can do this right here. And I think I'm just going to put that one there, that one there. Then we'll put the Etsy down first so that I make sure that it's touching, because that way it gives me two separate areas to write. And I won't take the time to draw the lines with you on this one. I think I just need it. Oh man, that's going to drive me nuts. That little white bit right there sticks out because it's against the blue paper. So I think I want Etsy there. And I want this here, and I want this right there. Okay, so right on that bottom line. Good. Perfect. I think that was perfect right there. And then stringy glue, man. Stringy glue. And then that right there. Okay. I didn't make that very big because I didn't have room on the paper. So I had to kind of make it small, but that's okay. It worked out just fine. When I go back and do the marker, I might marker around that. But see, that gives me this area and then this area, and we kind of closed it off. So after I do my writing and doodling and whatever, and add some washi or something, it will it'll look better. So I think we are done with that, other than for finding what we want to use for a tab topper. Obviously, I don't want to use that for a tab topper. What else did I do? I could do... I have this scrap wild color. I don't think so. I did. I know, didn't I do some journaling or something? No, I think I mostly did oh. I needed another one of these things. Yikes. Okay, so... Ruh-roh, raggy. I mean, I don't have to. Darn it. Darn it all. It fits over here. I don't know. I'll think about it. But I did put that I finished them. So, and posted them. And, oh, tag topper. That's what I was looking for. Yes, focus, because it's already been almost an hour. So we have, these are our options. I almost want to do the silver on this day because this is shimmery. This is wired, and it really is not good for a whole lot else. I mean, I guess you could tie a bow with it. I don't know. I'm thinking I'm going to staple it, so I don't want it that it doesn't have to be as long or as tall. So it could be like that. And I just staple it right there. Do we like the silver? I think so. Can we cut it with these scissors? That's the other story. That I don't know. Yes. Yay. I took all that out for nothing. The white might have been pretty too. Oh, that would that have shown up very much though? I don't know. Anyway, we got the silver. We're using it. So, because it was a little, well, not the morning of this day, but the night, and it started dropping. I mean, that rain came through and that temperature dropped so fast. And it was crazy. That was, I mean, I was in shorts and a tank top earlier in the day, and then we went to snuggle up clothes. Okay, so I think that one's done. We just did go over an hour, I'm sorry. But I did get 3 pages done, so that's good. And yeah, so we have an interactive, we have a flip. I can write on here, and then I can write here, and I can write back here. And so I was going to say I don't have that much to write about, but I guess I do because I did a lot of stuff that day, even though I said it was a lazy day. So that tells me don't listen to me first thing in my notes, right? Not to listen to me. This would have matched really well, but it's okay. It matches a lot of things really well. So I'm going to shove this back down in here while I'm saying goodbye. And I want y'all to have a wonderful rest of your evening or day or whatever whenever you're watching this. And just know that I appreciate you being here. And I will see you in the next video. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.